The story I'm telling you guys today about my first ghost encounter, most of my, like, the majority of my family, like cousins, aunts, or whatever, know it already. So now it's time for you guys to know it. I know usually when, like, I would, like, tell my cousins here and there, they would be like, oh my god, like, that's so cool, you can see ghosts, like, you have such a cool gift. And I'm like, no, it's not cool. Well, it is and it's not, because if you know me, I'm such a chicken. I get scared really fast, easily. And with this gift that I have, it's just, I get so paranoid, so nervous when I see or hear something. But yeah, I remember this one time I told, who did I tell? I told one of my cousins, I don't remember who it was, which cousin I told, but she was like, oh my god, girl, I want to go with you to Mexico. And if I would, she's like, I wouldn't, if I have to sleep with you, she's like, I wouldn't, but if I have to sleep with you, I would take a bottle to get drunk and then my sleeping pills. And I was like, rude. But if I was in her place, I would do the same, because I wouldn't want to see anything either, like, oh hell no. But yeah, let's get into the story, guys. But yeah, and what the hell's my story time? A story time video of my first ghost encounter, which was here in Mexico. Every time I say this story, I always get goosebumps and my eyes get watery, because it's like I'm reliving it all over again. It's the craziest one that's happened to me, because this isn't just my first. It's been, well, yes, the first one that happened to me, but I have many more other stories of this type of stuff. This happened to me in Jalisco. We were going to the cemetery to visit my grandpa, and I was with my whole family. And we were walking around the cemetery. We had went to visit my grandpa's grave. Now then we were going with my other grandpa, my dad's dad. And I just started to wander off with my mom, and I was like, we're looking at the tombstones or whatever. And I was like, why is that one so small, mom? Like, pobrecito, you know? I'm like, oh, pobrecito. Because she was like, oh, it's probably de un niño. Like baby or something. And I was like, oh, pobrecito. No, well, espérate until fucking nighttime. So it was nighttime, like it got later that day, and usually when I go to sleep, when I would sleep in that room, I would sleep with my sister Angelica, my younger sister. And there was 2 beds in that room, and we would sleep. I would leave on a nightlight, and then on the tocador it had like a light on top, so I would leave that and like put a little rack to cover the light a little bit. And then besides that, our beds had like a light on top too. I don't know if that makes sense, but both of the beds had a light too, so I would leave mine on too, so it was like really, really bright in the room. You know how usually they say like, oh, if you leave the light on, like nothing bad will like get near you? No, well, I never believed in that after this happened to me. I should have never said anything when we went to the cemetery, but no, I had to say pobrecito or whatever. No, well, espérate until later that night when I was gonna go to sleep. I don't know, I don't know what time it was, maybe like midnight or 3, 4 in the morning. When this happened, I was already asleep, and my sister was like knocked out too. And I'm sorry guys, I'm like running out of breath and I'm all getting creeped out to, like, say the story. But anyways, so I was asleep, and all of a sudden I felt my bed shaking. Like someone was shaking my bed on like the end of my bed. And my dumb ass decided to take a look to see what it was or who it was. And I kid you not, that little boy from the cemetery followed me home. Like, I'm tearing. oh my god, it scares me. He followed me home. I saw him like if he was alive, like fully like me, except he was really white, and like right here, like all under his eye, like under his eye, and like all around his eye, it was really black. Actually, just kidding, not around his eyes, just like under his eye, it was really black. He was maybe like around 3-4 years old, and he was just standing at the end of my bed shaking it to wake me up, and we just made eye contact, and I got so freaking freaked out. I covered my face and I was so terrified, like, oh my god. I didn't know what to do. I was too scared to get up and knock on my mom's door to tell her something. So I just covered my face and wished for the best. And the next day in the morning, I told my mom what happened. And oh my god, it was crazy. And I think like that next day I got really sick or something, and my mom was too freaking scared to sleep in the room. She didn't sleep at all, she said, because she was so scared to see the little boy at the end of her bed too. But oh my god, never again. Whenever I go to the cemetery now, my mom or her sister, they always tell me as soon as we walk in, and don't say anything, okay Jasmine, don't say anything. I'm like, yeah, trust me, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna stay quiet because I don't want anything like that's happened to me again. That was just like the scariest one, to be honest. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. Oh, you know what's crazy? I don't know why. Like, the most ghost activity that happens to me, or like they follow me or whatever, it's like mainly here in Mexico. In Cali too. Wherever I go, I always get like haunted. They always follow me. I'm like a ghost magnet or something. Well, I am. And that's a different story, and I'll tell you guys why. But wherever I go, I always experience something. Like here, where I live right now in Michoacan, stuff has happened to me here too. I'll do another story time if you guys want me to, so yeah. That same year that happened to me, when I saw the little boy, I saw my grandpa, but I wasn't scared of him. My mom said. I remember it so clearly. He was like, this is my bed, and then it's like the wall and window, and he was like right here, and he was just staring at me, like, but I wasn't scared. I told my mom, and that was the first and only time I saw him. I wish I could see him again. I think that's like the most beautiful ghost encounter that I had with someone that I love, so that was really special. Also, I haven't really experienced anything anymore with my grandpa, but like after he passed, well, not after he passed, this is like a couple years, fast forward a couple years, because I was small when he passed away. So when this happened, it was like I was 14-15 years old. It was the same year when I saw a little boy at the end of my bed. I was in the room with my sister, my older sister, Nena, and then my mom. We were in her room. I don't know if anyone else was in the room, but I think it was just us three. And we were all talking, all happy, and I was like, you guys, like, do you guys smell that? They're like, what? We smell what? I'm like, the guy cologne, like the guy cologne. They're like, what guy cologne? I'm like, it's my grandpa's cologne, like I smell it, like right here, come here and smell it. And they would go and they're like, I don't smell anything. And I'm like, I'm serious, like stand right here, like you could hella smell it, it's like really strong. But no one smelled it but me. And it's crazy because even at school I would smell his cologne, or like randomly, like I'd be walking by myself, no one near me, and I would just smell his cologne. And his cologne, he would wear the classic Old Spice. It smelled really good, and I haven't smelled it since. I wish I could, but I haven't. But I know he's around, even though I don't smell him or haven't seen him or anything. But yeah, well, that was it for my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got a little creeped out. I'm sure you guys got a little creeped out. But if you guys want me to do another story time about my other ghost encounters that have happened to me, let me know. Like this video so I can know. Oh my god, you guys, I totally forgot to tell you guys about that same year. The phone, hold on, you guys. I totally spaced out. I don't know what the hell. But that same year, the incident with the little boy that happened to me, I think like a couple nights after that, my family and I went to go eat tacos with, who was it? My tia Adela and her husband. And oh shit, when we came back maybe like 10-11 at night. I think the one that discovered the footprint on the floor was my older sister Nina. She noticed that there were like from when, as soon as like you walk in the door, there's a mat, and like from there to like where the table is, it stopped and then I kept going. But the weird thing about these footprints, you know, like when you step on the floor after you shower or whatever, you leave your footprints, but on this footprint, it had its toenail. You could see the toenail, which is a weird part, right? Like, that's not normal. So it was like a human feet, and then it was like a dog or some other type of like animal footprint that was with that one, which was the weird part. And we were like, what the hell? Like, no one showered like before we left. And we were, like, if someone would have showered like right away when we left, and like when we came back, they wouldn't have been there. They would have been dry already, you know. So that was the weird ass part. And my dad, he was like, what the hell? He tried to like scrub it with the mop, and it wouldn't come off, which was the freaking scary part. And then my grandma, his mom, brought holy water. My dad put it on there. He was like praying and trying to like take it off, but like it took a while to come off, which was so freaking creepy. I think that was like the creepiest thing. That year was just fucking crazy and scary. Like, oh my god, I swear, like crazy shit happens to me. Well, not just to me, but like that time was like my whole family, not just me. So yeah, it was super scary and crazy. But anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time, and if you guys want more story times, just let me know. Until next time, guys, bye.